Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Narad, and if you are planning to move to Canada, like immigrate to Canada, or you're already working here, you probably must have come across what is called the National Occupation Classification, and this is the NOC code. In recent years, Canada made some important update to this NOC system, and they also introduced the TEER category. So if you are unsure about what has changed or how it affects your immigration journey, you're not alone. In this video, I'll explain what the NOC system is, how it has evolved, and what the TEER category means using a clear example. Let's get started. First of all, let's talk about what the NOC system is. National Occupation Classification is how Canada organizes and classifies jobs in the labor market. So each job is assigned a unique code that describes the kind of work that you do. It also describes the skills, the education, and the trainings that are required for that job. So the NOC system is essential because it determines your eligibility for programs like the Express Entry, Provincial Nomination, and also Work Permit. So how does it work before? So previously, jobs were grouped into skill level O, A, B, C, and D, and here is how it works. So the skill level O is for management roles like restaurant managers and executives, and skill level A is for jobs requiring that you have a university degree like engineers or doctors, and skill level B is for jobs requiring that you have a diploma or some sort of an apprenticeship skill. So if you are, let's say, an electrician or a plumber or a carpenter, you belong specifically to level B, skill level B. Skill level C is for jobs that require that you have only a high school diploma, just like a secondary school back in Nigeria. And jobs that are required here is that if you are a clerk, a clerical staff in an office, you belong to this NOC category. And if you're also a truck driver, you also belong to this skill level category. And skill level D is those that are required that you have the on-the-job training, like those that are cleaners or fruit pickers. They belong to the D category under the previous NOC. So to put this in a much more good example, if you are a nurse aide, that's a personal support worker, your previous NOC was 3413 under skill level C. And if you were a software engineer, your NOC code then was 2173, and you belong to skill level A then. So now let's talk about what has changed with the NOC system. So in 2022, Canada introduced NOC 2021 version 1.0, and there are lots of changes that have happened here. Here, NOC code now have 5 digits instead of 4. Like I'd mentioned before, if you were a nurse aide, which is pastor support worker, your NOC code was 3413, but now it has changed to 5-digit number, and it's 33102. And the old skill level O, A, B, C, D have now been replaced by TEER categories, and this stands for Training, Education, Experience, and Responsibility. TEER, T-E-E-R, TEER category. So now let's break down the TEER categories and what they mean. So the TEER category classify jobs based on the preparation that are needed for each roles. There are 6 TEER categories, and these are TEER category 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The TEER category 0 are for management jobs, and these include restaurant managers and construction managers. Anything that has to do with managerial role belongs to TEER category 0. TEER category 1 are jobs that are requiring that you have a university degree. So there are not much differences between the NOC skill levels, which is from O to D, and then TEER category 0 to 5. But they've changed. The only difference is that it is no longer NOC O, A, B, C. It is now TEER 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's still much more the same, but it's just that they bear different identity now. So for TEER category 1, the example of jobs there are software engineers, being a doctor, a physician. So pretty much the same, right? So the TEER category 2 are jobs that require that you have a high school diploma and also an apprenticeship training of over 2 years. And then you could also have some experience in supervisory roles. So the example of jobs that belongs to the TEER category, this TEER 2 category, is that you could be an electrician or a chef. So now the TEER category 3 jobs that require that you have a college diploma and that you also have an apprenticeship training of maybe below 2 years, and you could also have a supervisory role. So the difference between the TEER category 2 and 3 is that 2 require that you have a level of apprenticeship training that is above 2 years. And then for TEER 3 it could be below 2 years. So that's just the simple differences between them. Example of job under the TEER category 3 are the nurse aide, orderlies, and patient care associate. which is also called the healthcare service back home in Nigeria, or personal care support worker. And remember that the NOC code, they're no longer having 4 digits NOC code, they're having 5 digits code now, which is 33102, something like that. And the tier 4 jobs are those that require that you have a high school diploma with a few weeks of trainings. You don't really need to have too much education here or even training. Example of job for the tier 4 category are the retail sale people or truck drivers. And the tier category 5 require that you have no formal education. An example of jobs that are here are fruit pickers, cleaners, janitors. So that is all about the tier category from 0 to 5. I hope this is much clearer. So think of the tier categories as a staircase. Tier 0 and 1 are at the top, so they need that you have an advanced education or have an experience in management role. Tier 2 and 3 are in the middle. They require technical trainings, shorter programs, and on-the-job trainings. And tier 4 and 5 are at the bottom. They are accessible roles with minimal formal education, but they are still very, very essential jobs. So now let's talk about why Canada introduced the tier system. For the old skill level groups, very different jobs together. For example, skill level B included truck drivers and lab technologists, even though their training paths were completely different. So the tier system offers a more clarity about job requirements, and also it better aligns with Canada's labor market needs. So here are the key points to remember. The NOC code are now 5 digits. The old skill level O, A, B, C, D have now been replaced by tier category 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this focused on trainings, education, experience, and responsibilities. So your updated NOC codes and tier categories determine your eligibility for programs like the Express Entry and Provincial Nomination programs. So if you are unsure about your new NOC code or tier category, check the official NOC website for the latest details. So guys, that's the end of today's video. I hope it's much more explicit and also understandable. And I hope that this video make the NOC code and the tier system easier to understand, especially if your job falls under one of these categories. So if you have questions about a specific NOC code or tier category, you can leave them in the comment section. I'll make sure to see to it. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more immigration tips, and turn on your bell notification so you never get to miss an update. And I'll see you again in the next video. Bye for now.